Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you are watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And today I'm doing a chapter review for My Hero Academia, chapter 308, Full Power. So before I get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on the channel. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. Now, this chapter, it got pushed back a week because Horikoshi, he wasn't doing so well. So as you all remember in the last review that I did for chapter 307, I was hyped because Midoriya, he's finally back. And I was waiting to see what he was going to do to Muscular when him and Muscular finally faced off against one another. So the chapter, it begins, it shows Midoriya, he has Yo, and Muscular, he says, I remember who you are, Midoriya. And like, he's ready to go. He's ready to fight him. Midoriya, he gives Yo the turtleneck. And when she sees him, Midoriya, he puts like a bunch of smoke around him to cover. I guess he doesn't want anybody to know who he is. That's the only thing that I could possibly think of. I know that he was also using the smoke so that way that he could lure Muscular away from all the buildings and the civilians that were in the area. So Turtleneck, she does say that that voice sounds familiar. And Midoriya, he leads Muscular on a chase. And when Muscular hops up out of the smoke, it goes down. Now, before this, Midoriya, he was talking with the 6th user of One For All. And the smoke quirk is that user's quirk ability. And I thought that it was interesting that, that now we're finally about to start seeing the powers that all of the other users of One For All had. I still can't wait to see what the 2nd and 3rd users' abilities are, because we know that the 4th user has the Danger Sense. We know the 5th user has the Black Whip. Now we know that the 6th user has the Smoke Screen, and then Nana, the 7th user, she has Float. And so I was hyped. I thought it was cool. With Midoriya being able to use this smoke screen ability, he can, be stealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't love a good stealth game? So the 6th user tells Midoriya that he needs to stop treating the quirks respectfully, and he needs to use them more as, a bunch of tools inside of the toolbox. So Muscular and Midoriya, they finally face to face again. And Midoriya, he asked him a question and wants to know, why does he do what he does? And Muscular was just like, are you trying to have sympathy for me? And we see a flashback of Kota, and Midoriya is just like, this guy, he's just evil. Like, that's just who he is. Like, he also asked him where Shigaraki and All For One is, which Muscular, he doesn't tell them where they are. And Midoriya, snap of a finger, beats him like that. And that's exactly what needed to happen. Like, this didn't need to be a drawn out fight. Like, this isn't Midoriya versus Muscular part 1. Like, Midoriya, he now has all of the abilities of every user for One For All. And fights like this, like, they should be over in the snap of a finger. Like, save the big moments for when he faces off against Shigaraki and All For One. Like, that's what I'm waiting to see. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with Midoriya and who's going to find him next. Like, does he want to stay hidden from people? Because, it's just one of those things where it's like, Turtleneck sees him, but all she sees is the smoke screen and she can hear his voice. And also, all she could see was Yo as well. So it's going to be interesting seeing like what happens next. I can't wait until the next chapter comes out. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this week's chapter. Let's talk about it. Like, what are the last 2 quirks? Like, do you have any theories on what they might be? Maybe we've probably seen them before. We just didn't know that they were quirks. We don't know. Like, so I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen next. So hop in the comments. Let's talk about this week's chapter. Make sure that you check out my friends at the My Hero Academia podcast. They're going to be doing a chapter breakdown and review for this chapter as well. And that should be out sometime next week. Make sure that you follow me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you for checking out this video. I'll see you next time when we have the next video out. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive, peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.